Hey, it's Jonathan Green back with Express Success. Number 10, the script. So when I say script, I actually don't mean a real script because scripts are kind of useless. What happens is if you focus on the script too much, you'll miss everything that the person responding to you is saying, and you'll just follow your script, not really replying to what they're saying. So when I say script, I mean dialogue or things that you'll continue to look at and then you'll make your own. So even if somebody gives you a script that you can use, you need to read it over multiple times and then figure out how to make it work for your personality. So when it comes to express offers, there's certain things that you have to get out to understand whether this is even an option for your seller. So this could be a phone script, it could be in person, because you never know which way it's going to go on a listing appointment. You don't know where the price point is, and this is how you start to figure out whether or not express offers is going to be an option. Obviously, it has to fit the buy box. Before you go out on a listing appointment, if you think there's any chance that it could be an express offers, and probably even not, you might just want to check the buy boxes to see what's there so that if you see on site that it's an option, you know you can put it into play. So the first few things that I try to figure out when I'm doing the script, either on the phone or not, is obviously I have a lead of somebody that wants to sell a property. So once the dialogue begins, I'm trying to see where they want to go. One of the first things I'll ask is, do you know how much you want for your house? And once I know how much they want for their house, and on the right side of my screen while I'm talking to them, I usually have up RPR, so I'm seeing what their value is. I probably researched the comps already. So if they tell me 250, and I know that the house is worth 240, even in a good market, then I already know that at this point, express offers is not a good option. Because you have to remember, all the fix and flips or even the holds, the fix and flips are going to be 70% of ARV. So you're going to need 70% of that market value later, even on a flip, even if the end market value is 270, you're only looking at 70% of that. So they're priced high, they're priced more towards market value. So there's a couple ways to get them into the conversation that will help you. So if you go in and the property is kind of a disaster, but they're still looking for market price, you start in with, well, that's market price. I'd love to help you get market price by putting it on the market, but I just want to tell you, in order to get marketplace, like, you're going to need to clean up this place a lot. Market price properties, people want to walk through, have free access, and that's the only way you're going to get to the top of the market, is to have all this stuff cleaned up. And then if you get some dialogue back, well, I don't want a ton of people coming into the house, this is when you start to think that express offers can be a play. Because the more time that somebody tells you that they don't want something that is traditional of a regular listing, like open houses, showings, sign in the yard, all those things are ways that you start to promote express offers. So if they don't want showings, you say, well, I actually have a product that can deliver you an offer with no showings. I will actually come, I'm here already. If you're okay with it, I'll just take the pictures that I need to take. And what I do is I upload it to what's called an iBuyer. An iBuyer is a company that buys at least 50 homes for cash. And there's a chance they'll make a cash offer on your home if I just get enough information from you and upload the picture. So I can actually do all that today, leave, submit an offer, submit your information from them if you just sign this one form that we have, and then we'll see if you get an offer. I can't guarantee it, but looking at the metrics of the home, there's a chance. But again, you have to realize that in order to get a cash offer this easy with no showings and just me being here today, it's not going to be at your requested value of 240. These people are investors. They want to make money. They're actually going to end up flipping your home and doing some renovations to it. So they're probably looking for about 70 cents on the dollar. The good news is it's cash. You don't have to do any showings. It's not going to be a big hassle. We're not doing an open house. You don't have to put a sign in your yard. There's not going to be a lockbox on your house. Pretty easy. I'm going to take the photos today. I'm going to go over the agreement with you. And then I'm just going to submit the information with a little bit of extra to try to help you get the best possible offer that you can. Is that something that might interest you? So then you're at least in the dialogue, and then you're battling between what they really want to do and what the price points are. A lot of people, a surprising amount when you market off market, people will say, well, I don't want anyone to know that I'm selling. So if you have someone who doesn't want to know, doesn't want either their neighbors or their relatives to know that they're selling the house, iBuyer is a great option. You know, would it be worth a 30% reduction in your market value to get a sale done easy, quiet, nobody will really even know? Maybe. These are the dialogue adjustments that you go into when you're thinking of script, is where are they going and where am I going to take them? And if they want market value, there's not really a big express offers discussion there. You know, even if you're talking about buy and holds, they're not going to be looking at market value. They can get those on the MLS all day. So you need to start working the script and identifying what language they're using that puts you in a position that you can offer express offers. When they don't want a lot of people in the house, that's a great option. And you start building your dialogue around how to get from one to the other. And again, you know, you're a real estate agent, so you're there, you can take a listing, you're going to make more money that way. So when you're thinking about the listing, you know, maybe that's the thing that you're going for. But once they identify roadblocks in the way of your listing, you want to give them as many options as possible. And a cash offer is one that is going to be attractive. Remember, they can close on your timeline usually. You know, you want to review the buy box, and that's a big benefit. So you're trying to basically convince them that the amount in what I call the haircut is, which is from 100% to 70% or less, is worth it. Would it be valuable to you to have a reduction in price if they could close on your timeline? If you said 30 days, they could close in 30 days. If you said 14 days, they can close in 14 days. If you need 90 days, they'll close in 90 days. Would that help? Because once you go on market, it's different. The people want to close when they want to close. Would it help you if there was not a lot of activity around the house and that they're not going to be crazy about inspections because they already know what they're getting into? Your traditional buyers are going to nitpick everything that you do. Institutional buyers are used to looking at, you know, homes in all different levels of repair and disrepair. So they're much more experienced and they can come through quicker and not worry about a lot of the little stuff that a brand new buyer might be worried about. Would that be of value to you? And is that something that would be okay with you if you reduce the price a little bit? And that's the dialogue you go back and forth to see where you're going to get and where you can get, really. I mean, it's your job to figure out what script's going to be the most valuable on site or on the phone. And again, you're always going to use their dialogue and what they're saying to produce express offers in the best scenario for you. Hope that helps out a little on the scripting. Remember, it's never, especially with express offers, there's never going to be an exact script for it. You are going to ask questions, take their answers, and see which way they go. Even if your only options are regular listing or express offers as just a standard agent, those are two good options, and they're very different. So they have different characteristics that are going to work for each seller, and you highlight and lowlight the ones that aren't going to work for them and move between the two as a listing agent on site. Hope that's helpful. So this was number 10. I hope you've watched the prior 9. Number 11, it's either the reputation or how to increase the submission rate, but you'll have to find out next time. I'm not sure which one it's going to be. Thanks for listening, guys.